We're back to the Total Tutor Show, powered by the Simply G Media Network Beach Lifestyle Celebrity segment. You can go to simplyg.com to find out more information on G.J. Reynolds, the playful and powerful warrior. And we have a really exciting celebrity today, G, don't we?
Yes, I mean, it's always amazing how many people we have on the show, and just when you think, you're like, man, how can it get any better? It just keeps getting better. And today I'm excited. We've got one of the hardest hitting guys in pro football. He's had one heck of a career. He's originally from the L.A., Los Angeles area, played at University of Washington, started out with playing there with the San Francisco 49ers, was actually got to experience the Super Bowl, and now he's with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And he's also known as the Hawk. And for those that want to follow him, the Hawk38 on Twitter, and I'm one of his new followers. Please welcome to the show, the hard-hitting, the Hawk, Dashon Goldson. How you doing, Dashon?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How you doing?
Fantastic.
Doing
We're doing great, for sure. GJ, again, when we have athletes like this that are that hard-hitting, it's really cool to have them on the show, right, G?
Most definitely, and I'm excited to learn a little more about Dashon's background. I know you grew up in L.A. I've spent a lot of time in L.A. L.A.'s been like my second home, and so I know today you're in a much warmer place than we are.
Hell yeah, I'm better off right now. Man, it's like summertime in Las Vegas compared to where you guys at.
So definitely tell us a little about your childhood, Dashon, growing up in L.A.
Growing up was, was some ups and downs. My family did what they could, to help provide for us and definitely keep us out of harm's way. Growing up in LA we knew that we all know it's a little rough, but I look for sports to definitely be an outlet for me, and it's been paying off, man. I grew up, I bounced around a lot in LA, living in LA, Inglewood. So I think, I pretty much lived everywhere about. But doesn't mean I grew up in pretty much Harbor City. Went to high school out in Harbor City, next to Carson and Long Beach, that area. And it was a challenge, definitely a challenge. But football was definitely something I looked to, and it got me this far.
Well, absolutely, Dashon. And GJ, you see specifically that something always is that hook, is that opportunity that can change your life in so many ways. And GJ saw that growing up in his life as well when he found that he could be an entrepreneur, right, G?
True, and there's usually that one defining moment, or that connection, or just something that sparks that. I know I'm on the right path. And sometimes it's falling down hard, and sometimes it's overcoming a challenge. And obviously, Dashon, you grew up in L.A., and that can be a tough place to grow up. And you went on to play in college at the University of Washington. So, where did you? When was it that you saw that? Hey, you knew sports was the, especially football. When it's like, what, I'm in the right place, the right time. I know I can actually do something with football. When was that for you?
Well, actually, I would say my junior year in high school. For my earlier years in high school, I didn't do so good, man. Just hanging around wrong people, and definitely just being a kid. It's really my junior year came about, and my coach, my other coach, Bobby Jose, who always believed in me since I was in a Pop Warner. But, when I got to the high school level, I started getting recruited by colleges and stuff like that, and he would tell me, you can really, make a career out of this. You can go to the NFL, and as a kid, you just you always had dreams of that. But just being from inner city, it was like, there's a chance of me making it out. But I stuck to it. I had coaches and guys in my corner, and that gave me hope, man. And it was just, it's pretty much to tell me how good I was, and simply just seeing the results. Every week I took football games, and the community coming out and supporting me. I kind of buckled down and just started taking it serious. Started doing my class work, and it just went on to college and fell in love, man.
and definitely you fell in love, and through that process of finally figuring out that you're good enough to play in the next level and especially go to college. Were there any mentors in your football career, especially high school, that kind of guided you into where you went to where you are today?
Oh, definitely. Like I said, the guy Poppy goes there. He was a coach of mine, and Pop Warner. He went ahead and coached me in high school, and then came across, and still to this day, I still have talks with him, and he still helps me out to this day, forward to this day right now.
So as we talk about on this radio show, Dashon, and GJ will touch upon this, mentorship is such a key component for success, right, G?
Absolutely, and it's one of the top things for me to have the success that I've had, and most people that have had that success, they've had good coaching or good mentorship, and at whatever level that they go to or rise up to, they continue to have mentors and coaches in their life to, help them hold accountable, help them, show them the way, and then also be able to call them out. And sounds like, Dashon, you from Pop Warner all the way through college, you had it, and it sounds like your coach is still involved. So, you definitely been able to, you've had a great career already, and the time that you played in the league. So obviously, mentorships and being around the right people has helped you. So, what's something that you would also share with our audience? Because our audience is really looking for empowerment, success, struggles, and how they can overcome that. And so, what would some other advice outside of having a mentor that you could attribute your success with, in addition to hard work?
Just staying true to yourself, man, and really, just emphasizing just your work ethic on what you want to do in life, and just reaching your goals at the highest point. I know, growing up, there are a lot of people that's there for you that people don't usually, take advantage of. And I just think, me just being the person I am, I always look for older guys, and I respect my elders that always give me pointers or even little advice. I just hang on to every word, and I think that's what's got me far, or where I am today, I'll say. Just listening to my peers and just the guys that've been through it, who have experience in it, you know what I mean? Just listening and focusing on the task at hand, and just taking it day by day.
See, that's a great point. You are willing to be taught, Dashon. That's so key. And you're willing to be taught, and you're also true to yourself. Two major things for success in so many ways. So I guess through that success in the NFL led to your foundation. Can you tell us a little bit about your foundation?
Yeah, man, I started the foundation back in 2009, 2009, I believe, 2009. I had a foundation, and it was to help, kids, inner city kids, and kids that are at risk. And one of the key reasons why we started it was to help people that was incarcerated. I had a couple of friends and family members that had been incarcerated, and that came out the system and ended up going back in based on just the lack of knowledge or the lack of they couldn't adapt to the new atmosphere around them. I had a friend that did about 10 years and ended up going back in because he didn't know how to adapt to what's going on in the world now. So I kind of based my foundation around that, on helping guys, with these programs, trying to develop programs to help them stay out, help them get jobs, and help them adapt, and let them know, what's going on in the world today, and I'm still just making relationships, building relationships, trying to develop that, because I really want to, focus on that part of it. And I just still do my camps. I still do a lot of football camps and get back, Christmas get back. I'm here in Tampa right now. I have this thing we call Shop with a Jock. I'm taking about 50 kids shopping here in the next couple of weeks. Looking forward to that. So I'm doing some good things right now.
Well, it's great to be Santa Claus and get that opportunity to do that. I was talking to Marcus Stroud about what he does at his foundation. He's able to give toys away. That's such a key thing. And GJ, he touched upon something that you do with Mission G, and that talks about, again, giving people another opportunity, especially veterans after they come back, get them back to work. And he's talking about incarcerated individuals and helping them reform their lives. It's so important,
right.
G, to have that person. And GJ will speak to that as well, right, G?
Right. Well, I mean, obviously, we I'm a former military veteran in the U.S. Army, and now I see a lot of veterans that get out of the military and they have struggled, adjusting to civilian life. And a lot of our homeless. I mean, I had a place downtown L.A. and a lot of the homeless people there in L.A. A lot of them are former military veterans. They just couldn't adjust correctly, and obviously I can only imagine somebody that's been incarcerated, they get out. It's a different lifestyle than when they went in and what they're used to, and they're being told what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. And I can see there's an adjustment period. So I see a void there, and obviously, if you don't transition correctly, either you got to go back or you're going to do something bad and end up back there anyway. So I think that's a great cause that you're doing, and it's all about helping raise people up and showing that empowerment. And that's what the Mission G Foundation that actually Neil's a part of that as well. So maybe at some point we can figure out how we can align and help each other. Because really, I mean, it's similarity. It's just, the circumstances are a little different with the individual, but the process is the same.
Respect that, and definitely.
Yeah, definitely, Dashon. And again, what you're doing already as one of the top players in the NFL, a Pro Bowler, deciding, you know what, I'm going to help the incarcerated, the people that are down in so many ways. And through that work with people that have been incarcerated, do you look at the kids also in that process as something that's big in the part of your foundation as well? For
sure, the kids especially. Like when I was based in San Francisco, I did a few events, and I was working with this program. These guys, what's the name of it? It was a fly program. It's Fresh Lifelines to Youth, and this was based on a bunch of juvenile kids that have been incarcerated and are out now, but they are in pretty much these programs to help them, develop them as men, and they're putting them through like school programs and job programs. I thought it was a neat deal, so I teamed up with them and did some stuff with them. So it's definitely it's for the kids especially.
Well, absolutely, and helping others. And then when you talk about kids that won't have Christmas presents under the tree and won't have presents during the holiday season, what a tremendous thing. And see, Dashon, GJ, as all of our athletes who come on this show and celebrities who come on this show, the reason why we have them on this show is because they have an entrepreneurial spirit, but also are willing to give, right, G?
Right. I mean, we're all about empowering others, whether it's through giving or teaching them how to elevate their life, their health or their prosperity. And I always enjoy it when a successful athlete or celebrity, they realize they have an elevated platform and they're giving back or they're providing education, what to do or what. In some cases, I mean, you've been in the league some time, and a lot of the guys, they've had, the tough upbringing and, so they've seen the good, the bad, the ugly. They're teaching kids, a better way, and obviously you're doing that as well. So my hat's off to you. And one question that we ask each of our guests before we end the show is what's your 90-day challenge? What's your 90-day challenge goal? I'm sure it's going to be around football. So what's your 90-day challenge goal that you'd like to accomplish over the next 90 days?
That has nothing to do with football. I mean, in my life, everything revolves around football at the moment, in the first of the season. One thing is just staying healthy, man. Staying healthy and keep Rich and as kid as possible. I'm new to the city in Tampa now, so trying to develop, like I said, relationships here with so I can really start doing a lot of community work here. That's what I've been emphasizing on with my with my supportive team, and definitely just staying healthy and trying to win less football games before the season's over.
All right, and also where can we find information on you, Dashon, and learn more about you and how we can help your foundation?
I'm sorry.
Where can we find more information on you and find out more information on your foundation?
I mean, right now you can just follow me on Twitter at thehawk38. I'm in the process of getting my website up and running again, so you can stay tuned with that. But I mean, right now, that's at the Hawk. Just stay tuned for a lot of events and information as far as the events and giveaways, give backs, all that good stuff.
Oh, great. Well, in the off season, we have to get you back on the show to talk about more about your passion and your foundation, and also your career of like your highlights and career moments in the NFL. So I appreciate you coming by, and I'll definitely reach out to your publicist, Dashon, to have you back on again on the Beach Lifestyle celebrity segment on the Simply G Media Network. So Dashon, thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
All right, take care. All right, you're listening to the Total Tutor Show, powered by the Beach Lifestyle celebrity segment on the Simply G Media Network, and we'll be back in just a moment.